Okay, we're going to learn how to do natural feet on dogs like Farmer that have natural coats. I am just starting to clip Farmer's pads, and I'm sorry at times it's a little hard just to have the right angles for the camera, but I'll do the best I can. I'm just taking my clipper. I've got a 30 blade on this clipper, and I'm just going through his pads. I don't want to go up the side. I'm just going through the flat part of his pad very gently, just edging his feet. But again, I don't want to go up the sides. Natural feet is super important. We want them to look natural. We don't want to see any clipper marks, any scissor marks, nothing. These dogs have beautiful feet. We want to show them off the way Mother Nature intended. Just clipping all that hair in between the pads. I'm not getting super aggressive in between the pads. Now, if Farmer was a standard poodle, say, and we wanted to show off those feet, we might get a little bit more busy in there, but we're just softly trying to get some of that hair out. Right up to his nail bed there, but I'm never going up the side of his feet, just the flat part of his paws. Now we're going to move on to the tops of Farmer's feet. I'm using my slicker brush to brush in reverse on that foot. I want to pull out any hairs between the toes, and I'm going to use my thinning shears. So all of the hairs that I combed or brushed up, I'm just gently going in there with my thinners, and I'm taking off the hair and keeping it at the same length as the rest of the hair on his feet. Just going back in there with my slicker again. This time I'm allowing him to keep his foot on the table. I'm just checking for any straggly hairs sticking out. Thinners are really nice to do this with because they keep the foot looking soft and natural. I'm just going to do the backs of his hocks. There's not a lot for me to take off. I would like that to look like it's a straight line from the top to the bottom. So I'm just tidying that up in a nice straight line going down. The nice thing about nice and tidy feet is they're not going to be bringing in a lot of dirt and muck and debris into your house. So it's nice to keep these feet nice and neat and tidy. Plus they look so good when they're tidied up. All right, I can see from the front that I've left some hair. I want you to watch how I hold that foot so he just relaxes it in a straight line. That just makes it really easy for me to find my line of thinning, and I just want to blend it right into the hairs on his feet. What a difference. Look at the far one compared to this foot. Just looks so good. I'm moving on to my front foot again here, and I'm just going to brush that in reverse, brush the hairs between the toes up. I'm just taking my thinners and trimming along that nail bed and just kind of around the foot. And now I'm going to move it on top of his feet, just getting in between those toes, taking any hair that's extending past the rest of his hair on his foot. Going back in there with my brush. Now I'm going to try to get any straggly hairs off of that foot. The other nice thing about thinners is it's pretty hard to make a mistake. Okay, so behind Farmer's foot, there's a pad that I'm pointing to right there. And I don't want to trim above that, but I do want to trim kind of the straggly hairs below it. This is on his front foot. Again, I'm taking my thinners and I'm just going across. I'm not at a normal angle when I do this, but I do want you to be able to see. So it looks like I'm kind of in an awkward position, but it's just so you can see how I get that hair off. And see how nice that is looking, how nice and neat and tidy that is. And it does look natural. You can't see any scissor marks. I'm just going to tidy that up. Awesome. Good job, Farmer.